This is the time of year when most people start thinking about their summer vacations. As yet, Phil and Alice haven't decided where they're going. Phil has made a suggestion, but Alice doesn't seem to be interested.
Alice, what's so silly about spending our vacation in Kentucky?
Well, I don't mind Kentucky, but who wants to go on a 2-week tour through a distillery?
I thought it might be educational. Honey, how about Hawaii?
No, I want to see something historical and educational. What's Hawaii got that's historical and educational?
Hula dancers.
What's educational about a hula dancer?
Well, that depends on what you're majoring in. You know, I love the hula, honey. Why don't you learn to do it, Alice?
Oh, I'm not the type, and besides, it's too difficult.
What's difficult about it? All you do is put on a crop of grass, then you put on another crop of grass, and then you rotate the crop.
Now, look, Phil, you've just got to stop watching Milton Berle on television. And stop trying to influence me about Hawaii. You've got the house full of travel folders about it. You keep playing Hawaiian music, and I'm getting
That ain't true. It ain't true. I'm not trying to influence anybody. Look, I'll tell you, the children are going with us, right? We'll leave it to them. Wherever they want to go, we'll go, all right? Mm-hmm. Girls, will you come in here a minute, kids?
Now, don't forget, Phil. Wherever they want to go, we go. And we'll leave it entirely up to... Oh, hello, girls.
Aloha, Mother.
Aloha? Where did you get that?
That is the native tongue of the islands where one finds romance neath an azure sky.
Oh, Phyllis, please.
Hawaii, Isle of Enchantment, with languid nights where tropical blossoms and What's that again, Daddy?
Variegated coral reefs dot the blue Pacific. Darn them kids, they can't memorize nothing.
Phil, you ought to be ashamed of yourself putting the girls up to this.
Who, me? You know I wouldn't try to influence the children or
Daddy?
tell them... What is it, Leilani?
Shall we go up and put the sarongs on now?
Now, never mind. Now, girls, you just run along and forget about it.
All right, Mommy.
Oh, girls. Haven't you forgotten something?
Oh, that's right. Let's do it, Alice. Aloha, aloha, farewell until we meet again. Boing!
And as our two girls sink into the blue Pacific, we say farewell to the land of the beautiful, enchanted, lovely Hawaii.
Now, Phil, we're not going to Hawaii, and that's final. Why, the boat trip for the whole family would cost more than we planned on spending.
All right. I'm not going to argue with you. I'll do anything you say. Where do you want me to go?
Oh, have I got an answer for that?
This kid's a ball of fire since his pediatrician gave him that booster shot.
Say, Willie, maybe you have a suggestion. Phil and I are trying to decide where to go on our vacation, and I don't like the place Phil picked out.
Naturally. Philip, where do you want to go for your hiatus?
Well, I thought we could spend it at... Oh, let's back up a little, Rob. Lay that on me again.
Hiatus. It's a word commonly used for vacation.
Hiatus. Kind of like that. Very descriptive. I must remember to use it when I write my thesis.
Willie, where are you planning to go this summer? Maybe it'll give us an idea.
I'm going to rough it. I'm packing into the rugged country with nothing but my camera and food supplies. Oh, it will be exciting.
Yeah, I can see you now, trekking through the wilds of Griffith Park. Armed with naught but brownie and deviled egg sandwich.
Philip, I said I'm going to rough it.
Okay, we'll leave the crust on the bread. Look, Alice, Oh, I'll get that. Gee whiz, I don't see why we can't go to Hawaii.
Hiya, Curly.
Oh, it's you, Remley.
Well, aren't we in a churlish mood today? What's eating you?
I got trouble. You see, I got a hiatus.
Oh, you're really in trouble. You got a hiatus and a low hooper.
I'm talking about my vacation. You know something? I can't get Alice to agree to go to Hawaii.
Maybe you can get her to go to Hawaii.
Hawaii. What's the difference?
There's a lot of difference. One is pronounced with a V and the other with a W. Curly, why doesn't Alice want to go to Hawaii?
Yeah, she says it's going to cost too much to take the whole family by boat.
Well, yeah. Would cost a lot if you went on one of those big ocean liners. But it wouldn't cost you much if you had your own boat.
Fine. And just where does one go to buy an ocean liner?
I know a guy.
Cut! I ain't buying nothing from them con men you get mixed up with. I ain't gonna have
Please. HMS Pettibone is not a con man. He happens to be a millionaire sportsman. He's got a $45,000 yacht, and he's willing to let it go at cost.
How much?
$137.50.
Oh, 10% off, huh?
That's the down payment. You can buy it for $1,200. The guy showed me pictures of the boat. It's a beautiful sloop. It's called the Flying Mermaid, and I think you ought to
No. What do you know about boats anyway?
Plenty. My uncle has his own schooner.
How big is it?
Holds about 2 quarts.
What you do, hitchhike out here? You're in rare form today. You're going to have to drop, so I'm going to have a talk with you. Holds about 2 quarts. Oh, that's funny, very funny. These are the jokes. Look, you know, I do like the idea of buying a boat, though, Remley.
Mm-hmm.
You know something? I know a guy who sold Humphrey Bogart's yacht. Maybe he has a second-hand one that I can pick up cheap. Let's go see him, huh, Remley?
Why don't we go see HMS Pettibone? We can look at the pictures of the Flying Mermaid.
Remley, forget the Flying Mermaid. I ain't interested in the Flying Mermaid. I don't want the Flying Mermaid, and you're not going to talk me into it.
Oh.
Now, come on. Let's see if this friend of mine has a boat for me. Honey, I'm home. Oh, have I got a surprise for you.
What is it, Phil?
Alice, our vacation problem is all solved. I bought a boat.
You bought a boat?
Yep, we are now the proud owners of the Flying Mermaid.
It's a beautiful craft, Alice.
Yeah, it's a sleep that sloops 8.
And it can be converted into a sloop that sleeps 8.
Yeah, and it's got a diesel engine, and it sails, and it's got a...
Gee, it sounds wonderful. I can't wait to see it.
Neither can we.
Phil, you mean you bought a boat without seeing it?
Oh, honey, I'm not a sucker. The guy showed me a picture.
Yeah, here's the picture, Alice. Isn't she a trim craft?
She looks beautiful.
And she's all yours. I bought her for you, Mom.
Thank you, darling. How much did it cost, Phil?
Not much. $500 down and monthly payments so small you won't even feel it.
Oh, Phil, that's the nicest present you've ever given me. And I hope I can afford it. Phil, you shouldn't buy anything without seeing it. You'll probably be all...
Please. Now, let's not waste time talking. Now, go upstairs and get your coat on because we're all going down to the harbor to see that boat right away.
All right, I'll be right back.
Yeah.
Hey, you and me's going to have a lot of fun in that slip, ain't we, Scooper?
Touche. We are now even, matey.
Hey, we'll take a trip around the world. We'll live like sailors, with a girl in every port.
Yeah, we'll have a girl in... I'm a retired destroyer. 8 years ago, Alice put me in dry dock, bud. Hey, Julius, why don't you sneak in?
Look, Mr. Harris.
Look, from now on, kid, you can address me as Commodore Harris.
Yeah. What's up, Commie?
Finish that word before they investigate us.
What's this Commodore routine? What are you Rover boys up to now?
I just got a new boat.
What happened? Did your old one go down a bathtub drain?
This ain't no toy. It's a big boat. And we're going down now and take it out for a trial run.
Hey, can I go with you? I'm a Sea Scout and I know all about boats. I can help you.
We don't want you.
Franklin, don't be so curt. You hurt the lad's feelings. Let's take him along.
What for?
In case we do a little fishing, we can throw him overboard and use him for chum. Hey, Julius, you can come along. Hey, Alice, you better hurry. We're all ready to go down to the dock. Come on.
Oh, Phil, look at all those beautiful yachts in the harbor. Which one is the Flying Mermaid?
I don't know, honey. Hey, look, you and Julius wait here in the car, and Frankie and I will go down and find out where she's anchored.
Come on, let's hurry, Commodore. Can't wait to see it.
Neither can I. Wonder where it is. I don't see it anchored out there. Hey, wait. Hey, there's a guy. I'll ask him.
All right.
Hey, Bud. Hey, buddy. I just bought the Flying Mermaid. Where's she anchored?
You bought the...
Well, what's so funny? I just want to know where my boat is.
Hey, Curly, look, there must be a submarine out there. See the periscope sticking out of the water?
Yeah. Hey, mister, who does that submarine belong to?
You. That periscope is the mast of the Flying Mermaid.
That's my boat? Just the mast sticking up?
Yeah.
But this picture showed it right now. Now it's... What happened? Oh, Frankie, I might have known. That guy you took me and sold me that broken down, sunken tub.
Curly, don't jump to conclusions. Just because it's underwater don't mean it's no good. Might be in great shape. Why don't you dive down and inspect it?
I'm glad you showed up, mister. That tub's been a menace to the harbor for 2 months, and we've been trying to raise it. Luckily, we expected to have it up in a couple hours, but you'll have to pay the salvage costs.
Well, I'll be glad to, as long as we can get it up. Hey, Frankie.
Huh?
I believe she's going to sail again. Now, look, if we can only keep Alice from seeing it until they get it up, she's
Phil,
not...
what's taking you so long?
Too late. Here comes the shore patrol.
Hey, Mr. Harris, where's this boat of yours?
It's right out there, in the water.
Oh, gee, I can't wait to see what it looks like. How do I get on board?
You have your choice of a swan dive or a jackknife.
Phil, where is our boat?
Well, there it is, straight down there.
Down? Oh, no. That's our boat down there?
Rides nice and low in the water, doesn't she?
So that's the Flying Mermaid. Looks like she's got the bends.
Quit making fun of my boat. It may be a little waterlogged now, but it's a well-constructed craft. And it was built by Sir Thomas Lipton.
What did he build that out of, soggy tea bags?
Oh, Phil, how could you buy a thing like this?
All right, honey, don't get upset. The man said they'll have the boat up in an hour. In the meantime, let's take a walk. Now, come on, cheer up.
Well, we've been gone for over an hour.
I wonder if they raised your boat yet.
Hey, let's walk out on this pier and see, huh?
All right.
Hey, the guy said he'd tie it right up here. Hey, Alice, be careful. This pier's in terrible condition. It's all rickety and warped, and the planking's rotted.
Hey,
and
mister.
Oh, it's the fellow we're talking to.
Yeah.
Hey, Bud, did you raise my boat yet?
Yeah.
Where is it?
You're standing on it.
Nice sturdy ship, ain't she? Hey, Julius, how do you like my vessel?
This is a vessel? I'm getting off of this scow and climbing back on the pier.
Julius, come back here. I'm taking this out for a trial run. You want to go with us, don't you? What's the matter with you, kid? Are you a sissy? Are you afraid? Are you a coward?
It ain't that at all.
Then what is it?
I'm yelling.
Julius, come on with us. We need your help.
Yeah, at least start the engine for us. Come on, jump on deck.
Well, all right, here I come.
Now look, kid, I want to... Where'd he go?
Went down that way, Skipper.
Hey, Julius, where are you?
Down here in the engine room.
Well, stay there. That's good. Now, look, when I give the order, start the engine and we'll take her out for a trial run. Hey, Alice, where would you like to go on our boat's maiden voyage?
Albuquerque.
That's inland. This thing ain't gonna run on land.
Ain't gonna run on water either. Well, we'd better not take this tub out. You and Frankie know nothing about navigation.
Hey, Frankie, did you hear that? 2 years in the Coast Guard, practically lived in whites. And she thinks that we don't know nothing about navigation.
Silly girl.
Oh, you poor thing, you.
Let's get started and show her.
Okay. I'll batten down the barnacles.
I'll reef the barometer.
And I'll mizzen the mast.
Not yet. I'll tell you when the mast need mizzening.
Hey, when are we going to start this leaky submarine?
Right now. Hey, Frankie. Now, I'll give the orders. You stand on the bridge at the speaking tube and relay them to Julius.
Aye, aye, sir.
Ready. Stand by engine room.
Stand by engine room.
Stand by engine room.
Ready below.
Ready below.
Ready below.
Fire torpedo tube number 1.
Fire torpedo tube number 1.
Jawohl, Oberleutnant.
Achtung! Deutschland überall! Ist das nicht ein lousy boot?
Ja, das ist ein lousy Boot.
Lousy boot?
Lousy Boot.
Ay, du schön!
Wait a minute. Cut that out. Cut it out, all of it.
A direct hit, Rex. I pin on you this iron cross.
You guys cut out the cop. You know your iron cross. What's an iron cross? Now stop it. All right, Julius, start the engine. I said start the engine.
Where do I find it? Oh, here it is. The guy had it covered with a soup plate. I'll turn her over.
Hey, kid. What's the matter, kid? Is it stiff?
Yeah, I think rigor mortis just set in.
Try her again. Oh, listen to that engine purr. Oh, ain't she a beauty? Hey, Frankie, cast off the moorings as
Aye,
soon as
sir.
we reach the end of the pier. Port hard to the starboard.
Aye, sir.
Full speed ahead. Well, we've been out for an hour now, and we're going great, boy. Hey, how we doing, Alice?
We're almost to the end of the pier, Skipper.
Stop exaggerating. We're out about 2 miles out.
Oh, Phil, let's turn back. This thing is taking on a lot of water.
It is not.
Of course not. My feet aren't even wet.
Well, then why are my feet soaked?
You didn't shinny up the mast as high as we did.
Must you all be funny? Now, there's no more than a half inch of water in this boat. Hey, Julius, tell them there's no water in the engine room. That's what we get for taking a short kid with us. Alice, will you dive down and get him?
Phil, we've got to turn back to shore. This boat is sinking.
Don't worry now, we'll make it. Julius, get that engine going full speed. That's what I mean.
Hurry, Phil, the water is coming up higher.
It's just your imagination. The flying mermaid will get us safely back to shore.
But now, here's the man who proves it pays to be ignorant, Tom Howard.
We have a board of experts who are so dumb they think the mayor of New York is a horse. First, we have the celebrated author, Mr. Harry McNaughton, who has just written a book entitled, He Who Gets Up Early with the Sun Shouldn't Stay Up Late with the Daughter. But here he is, Mr. Harry McNaughton. He has a poem.
I have a poem, yes.
Good.
Precisely.
Good.
Nellie Rose sat on a tack. Nellie Rose.
Nellie Rose. All right.
Silly, you know, isn't it?
Never mind. Next we have a woman so fat when she walks along Lower Broadway, people throw ticker tape out the window. They think it's a parade. A woman who, when she visits you, can stay longer in a half hour than anyone else can stay in a week. Here she is, the pin-up girl of Lower Basin Street, Miss Lulu McConnell.
You know, I done a dumb thing this morning.
I know, you woke up.
I overslept.
You did?
Yeah, but in my hurry to get my old man his breakfast, I gave him a bowl of soap flakes instead of corn flakes.
Soap flakes.
Yep, so I put milk on them and ate them.
Oh. Was he mad when he tasted them?
Mad? He was frothing at the mouth.
See what you mean. Next we have a man who was so anemic looking, if he ever fell asleep in a tuxedo suit, they'd bury him. A man who when he was a kid, his mother had to buy him back from the dog catcher 3 times. Here he is, the flower of his family, that bloomin' idiot, Mr. George Shelton.
Now, you know, Mr. Howard, I'm having a little trouble with my landlady over at the Borton house.
I see. What's the trouble?
Well, you know, since the shortage of help and everything, I've been kind of helping around the place a bit.
Well, that's nice.
But you can't please the old dame.
a little crack.
Everything I do is wrong.
I see.
She bought me out yesterday for not changing the water in the goldfish bowl.
I see. Why didn't you change it?
They hadn't drank the water I put in there yesterday.
Well, there they are, folks. From now on, we guarantee nothing. Now, here's the first question.
Mr. Howard.
Yeah?
Mr. Howard, we have a visitor tonight.
A visitor?
And here he is, that distinguished composer and music commentator, Mr. Deems Taylor.
This really is a surprise. Mr. Deems Taylor. At least we're getting intelligent people on this program. How do you do, Mr. Taylor? This is indeed an honor.
Why, thank you, Mr. Howard.
Let me introduce you to the experts. Mr. Taylor, allow me to introduce you to Mr. Harry McNaughton.
How do you do, Mr. McNaughton?
Oh, I've never met Mr. Deems, but it's a pleasure to meet his tailor.
Wait a minute, please. Miss McNaughton, this is not Mr. Deems, it's Taylor.
Well, then what did you say it was for? Why do you have to lie like that?
I didn't say it was Mr. Deems, it's Taylor.
You certainly did. You certainly did. And you said it, I quote.
Oh, you
Mr.
quote.
McNaughton, meet Mr. Deems Taylor.
I know I did. But I didn't say he was Mr. Deems, it's Taylor.
Are you feeling well, Mr. Howard?
I said this was Mr. Deems Taylor, not the tailor of Mr. Deems.
Well, if he's the tailor of Mr. Deems, he must be Mr. Deems Taylor.
I
I say, tell me, old boy, how much do you charge to press a suit, Mr.
Will you cut it out?
I didn't quite catch your name.
I didn't throw it.
He didn't throw it. Very good, Mr. Taylor.
Well, whoever's Taylor you are, I'm Miss McConnell.
Yeah.
And I'm fancy-free and footloose.
Yeah. The rest of you could stand tightening up, too. Now, please, let's get started with the question. Now, let's get along here. We have invited 2 members of the studio audience up here on the stage. They can ask the experts a question. If they get an intelligent answer, we give them 20 pounds of butter. If they don't, we give them the paper out of Sheldon's shoe. Who is our first contestant, Mr. Roberts?
Well, Mr. Howard, our first guest tonight is Corporal Stanley Goodman of the United States Field Artillery.
How do you do, Corporal Goodman, and welcome to our program. It's a pleasure to have you here. Where is your hometown? Would you care to tell us?
My hometown is Providence, Rhode Island.
Providence, Rhode Island. Very nice town.
My gosh, Providence, Rhode Island.
Yeah.
Well, put a bridle down on me and call me Snowflake.
I see.
I used to work in that town.
Cut it out.
Very comical, you know. Corporal Goodman, I was in the last war, you know. I was a spy.
You were a spy? Didn't they shoot you?
I don't know, I was blindfolded.
You were blind. Just ignore them, Corporal Goodman. I noticed by your ribbons there you've seen plenty of action. Where have you been? In the Pacific?
I've been to Southwest Pacific, Guadalcanal.
You've been in Guadalcanal. So you were in Guadalcanal.
I saw that picture, Guadalcanal.
Yeah.
But I never saw him in it.
You can help us out here, if you will, Corporal. Would you reach into the dunce cap there and pick out a question for us, please? And would you be good enough to read the question as soon as you get it? Just read it right into the microphone, if you will, please.
How many notes are there in the musical scale?
Now, that's very good. How many notes are there in the musical scale? We should get a lot of help on this from Mr. Taylor. Mr. Taylor, could you tell us the notes in the musical scale?
Well, the first note is do. The second is re.
That's my wife's name, you know, Ray.
I see.
Well, that should be easy to remember.
Oh, yes, Ray. Yeah, she's always asking me for dough.
No, very
The third note is me.
The third note is you?
What's that?
I say the third note is you?
The third note is not you.
I know it's not. It's you.
The third note is me.
Third note is me? Isn't that what Mr. Shelton said?
No, he said it was you.
The third note is me?
That's right.
Then why'd you say it was you for?
I never said it was you.
I didn't say you did. You said it was you.
I said the note was me.
Mr. Taylor, I just thought you said it was me.
Well, that's right.
Don't you see? It's the both of you.
It's not both of them.
Well, then who is it?
Listen, you three mallet heads, can't you understand what Mr. Taylor is saying?
Not without an interpreter.
Now, look, wait a minute. The name of the third note is me.
How did you get into this? Please, mind your own business.
But Mr. Howard is right.
Oh, I get it. It's Mr. Howard.
No, it's not Mr. Howard. It's me.
Well, someone hit me in the face with a wet dish rag.
No, that wouldn't improve it any, Mr. Sheldon.
Why don't you cut out the argument? If Mr. Taylor says the note is him, he ought to know.
All right, I don't care who it is so long as it ain't me.
But that's right, Mr. Shelton.
It's what? It's me?
Yes.
Oh, my goodness. Mr. Taylor, how can you be so deceitful? You said it was me.
I know I did.
Can't you understand the name of the third note is me?
Everybody wants to get into the act.
Gentlemen, the names of the notes are do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, si, do. Do on top and do on the bottom.
Oh, just like a pie.
Yeah. All right, just like a pie. What comes in between?
Prune.
Prune. Now cut it out. He said dough. Get that into your nut. Dough.
Oh, I've got it. Donuts.
Donut.
We go now to a medical college where enrollments are in progress. Next. Your name, please?
What's that?
I said your name, please.
Well, I always flunk that question.
You don't even know your own name? You're really dumb.
Well, do you know my name?
Well, no, I don't.
Well, you're pretty dumb, too.
Come on. Now, what's your name?
My name is J. Newton Numbskull.
What's the J stand for, jerk?
This only goes so far, and then we miss this boy around here. That's correct.
Yeah. Have you prepared at a recognized college or university for your medical course?
What's that?
I say,
What kind of a horse?
I say, have you prepared at a recognized college or university for your medical course?
Oh, I can see he's a college man. Yeah, at Barber College, they said I'd make a terrific surgeon. Hey, did you hear the joke I told on television about the guy says, went into the barber shop and he says, whose ear is that on the floor? And the guy says, put your finger in it. If it feels good, it's yours.
Hey, tell me, is your family sending you through med school?
No, they're against it. You see, my mother had an awful experience in a hospital. Me.
Well, you've chosen a difficult field, my boy.
Oh, yes, I know. But the field has great opportunities, and I'm sure I'll make good.
Very well. The fee is $200 for the course.
Is the course any good?
Well, we doctors never answer that question.
Oh, well, I'll enroll. Here's my check.
Is the check good?
We forgers never answer that question.